small, rocky island off the coast, there stood an old lighthouse. It had guided ships safely to shore for generations. The lighthouse keeper, Mr. Harold, was a quiet and solitary man who had devoted his life to maintaining the lighthouse. He had lived there alone for many years, with only the sound of the waves and the seagulls for company. Every evening, just before sunset, Mr. Harold would climb the narrow spiral staircase to the top of the lighthouse. He would light the great lamp, ensuring it shone brightly through the night, warning ships of the dangerous rocks below. The island was remote, and few people ever visited, but Harold never missed a single night of his duty. One stormy night, a fierce wind howled through the island, and the sea raged with massive waves. The storm was one of the worst Harold had ever seen. The wind shook the lighthouse, and the rain pounded against the windows. But Harold remained steadfast. He climbed the stairs and lit the lamp as always, despite the violent storm. As the night wore on, Harold noticed something unusual. Through the swirling mist and rain, he saw a small fishing boat struggling against the waves. The boat's light was barely visible, and it was clear that the sailors were in grave danger of being smashed against the rocks. Harold knew he had to do something. He rushed down the stairs, grabbed his oilskins, and made his way to the rocky shore. With a lantern in hand, he signaled to the boat, trying to guide it to safety. The boat's crew saw the light and followed it, managing to steer clear of the treacherous rocks and find shelter in a small cove. By the time the storm subsided, the boat was safely anchored, and the crew was grateful to be alive. The captain, a grizzled old sailor, approached Harold and said, "We wouldn't have made it without your light, sir. You saved our lives." Harold simply nodded, his heart warmed by their gratitude. He knew that his lonely life had a purpose. The lighthouse wasn't just a building, it was a beacon of hope, a guide through the darkest storms. And Harold, the quiet keeper of the light, was content in knowing that his dedication had made a difference. From that night on, whenever Harold lit the lamp, he did so with renewed pride, knowing that his light was a lifeline for those out at sea, a symbol of safety and hope in the face of nature's fiercest storms. I hope you enjoyed this story.